Hey there, fight fans. In today's video, as the Fight Week events commenced in Riyadh, John Fury, the father of Tyson Fury, suffered a head injury that caused significant bleeding from his forehead. The altercation escalated to the point where security had to step in to separate the opposing camps during a media event on Monday. Also in the video, fans have expressed some strong dissatisfaction with the ticket prices for the upcoming McGregor vs. Chandler fight, labeling them as criminal. The high cost of attending the event has sparked a considerable backlash among the fan base, who feel that the prices are excessively steep for a sporting event. Colby Covington challenges Charles Oliveira.
I'm the king of Brazil, man. Everybody knows I run that country.
So, without further ado, let's get started. During the initial events of Fight Week in Riyadh, Tyson Fury's father, John Fury, sustained a head injury resulting in blood streaming down his forehead. This occurred amid an escalating tensions leading to the much-anticipated World Heavyweight title bout between Tyson Fury and Usyk. John Fury suffered a gash reportedly from a headbutt, and despite attempts to staunch the bleeding, it still persisted. Tyson, who was absent during the incident, expressed concern upon seeing his father, inquiring about the origin of his injury. Now, the upcoming fight at the Kingdom Arena is historic, marking the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis in 2000, and it's the inaugural in the four-belt era. This showdown, which has already been delayed multiple times due to issues, including a recent injury to Fury, will undoubtedly define the greatest boxer of all time. The fighters also face the challenge of adjusting to Riyadh's harsh climate, with temperatures soaring above 40 degrees Celsius and low humidity. Arriving early for better acclimation could provide an advantage, as demonstrated by Fury's week-long stay ahead of Usyk, who only arrived a few days before the event.
Said one of the best places I've ever been, most welcoming people, everyone. Even from the staff of the hotel to the people who's running the country, they're all top G's, everybody's nice, so just thankful to Saudi Arabia for the way they've treated me as a champion.
Now, the absolute world heavyweight champion and the unified champion in the heavyweight division, Usyk, published a photo from his training camp saying, "I'm ready for Saturday evening." Well, it also became known how much Fury and Usyk will be earning for the fight with each other. According to various sources, the British boxer will receive a fee of $100 million, while the Ukrainian will earn approximately $80 to $90 million. And we have another fight that has shocked fans: the upcoming welterweight bout between Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler at UFC 303. A month and a half before fight night, it has already broken the UFC record for ticket sales, surpassing $20 million. The financial success is undeniably linked to McGregor's star power. Whether you love him or hate him, the Notorious is a box office draw unlike any other in the UFC. His previous fights against Eddie Alvarez and Khabib Nurmagomedov stand as testaments to that, generating some massive pay-per-view buys and ticket sales. However, with this record-breaking success comes a dark side: the exorbitant ticket prices. While the allure of seeing McGregor live is undeniable, the current price range is nothing short of shocking. Spectators wishing to witness the spectacle from what would traditionally be considered less desirable seats, aka the nosebleed section, are required to fork over at least $1,325. Wow! Now, for those desiring proximity close to the octagon, where you can feel the intensity of the fight, well, those prices are over $6,000. Now, this pricing scheme has fans crying foul, with the term criminal being thrown around. And the argument is clear: these inflated prices effectively shut out a large portion of the fan base, turning a supposed celebration of the sport into an event reserved only for the wealthy. Is McGregor worth the price? Is his name value enough to justify such a hefty price tag, especially considering his recent injury and inactivity? Well, the UFC prides itself on being the pinnacle of mixed martial arts. However, if future events like UFC 303 become exclusive for the rich, is the sport truly accessible to the average fan? The McGregor vs. Chandler fight is undoubtedly a major sporting event. However, their record-breaking ticket sales and their prohibitive prices raise some serious questions about the UFC's approach to accessibility and fan experience. And former UFC welterweight title challenger Colby Covington has decided who he wants to face next. According to Covington, he is not adverse to sharing the octagon with former UFC lightweight champion Charles Oliveira, who recently announced that he was ready to have a big fight in the welterweight division.
I think a guy like Charles Oliveira makes sense. You know, he was out there saying the other day that he wants to come up to welterweight. So I'm the king of fucking Brazil, man. Everybody knows I run that country.
Hey guys, 24 hours left Dubai. Don't miss out. Full viewers.
Now, as you already know, Colby Covington made another unsuccessful attempt to win the UFC welterweight championship last December, losing to Leon Edwards by unanimous decision after 5 rounds at UFC 296 in Las Vegas. Overall, this potential fight adds an exciting layer to the welterweight narrative, especially with Oliveira moving up a weight class. It is a classic grappler versus grappler matchup, but with enough striking elements from both fighters to make it kind of unpredictable. So leave your thoughts on how each fighter could leverage their strengths in this matchup.
What's up, fight fans? I just wanted to jump on here and address something real quick. You can hear it in my voice. I was at UFC Fight Night, Derek Lewis versus Nascimento. It was a good night. Some of you guys might recognize my voice from the post-fight press conference. I was the female reporter that asked Dana White about Twisted Steel, and specifically about getting branded at the World Finals. Ariel Helwani. Challenge for Cowboy myself. If you notice this BMF brand on the top of my hat, got that custom branding iron, and I said if he did his ride, I was gonna let him brand me, but now I just want to let him do it. So, what do you think about that?
Did you say brand you?
Yes, sir.
Brand you?
Yes, sir.
You and Cowboy were made for each other.
Can we make it happen?
You're nuts. Can I make it happen?
Yes,
There's
sir.
no way in hell I would make that happen. You're crazy. Brand you where?
Back of the shoulder.
In the back of your shoulder.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Clout for fun.
Clout for
I'm
fun?
the BMF. I'll be the girl BMF.
Yeah, I can't make it.
I've got a lot of respect for you as a reporter and as a trailblazer in combat sports media, because without you, I wouldn't have the job that I have, and a lot of people wouldn't have the jobs that they have. But you need to recognize too, yeah, you're a journalist, you podcast, you talk to fighters. You and I are in very different lanes, and on top of that, you made it out to seem like I was asking an irrelevant question. Dana White's got a very competitive PBR bucking bull that I've been following since November of last year. I've been chasing the Cowboy story, the bull ride, the 8 seconds for glory, since they announced it. I was one of the first MMA reporters to actually give a shit about that story. And I'm one of the only combat sports personalities that shows up at the PBR. Other than the Monster Crew, I was the only one in Jacksonville covering Twisted Steel, and I went out specifically to Albuquerque, so maybe don't question my relevancy or my right to be in that room without understanding everything that goes in. And maybe don't clip the one part of the conversation that Dana took a little bit too far and that I rolled with. It's news media. I am new. And you are not the end-all be-all, Ariel.
You're done. We don't want you here anymore. Go to Bellator.
That is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because it is very important to us. And thank you all in advance.